Off man, Derek Curiel. He takes a strike. 16 homers and 62 runs batted in. 1-1 the count. Popped up, left side of the infield. Scobie and Kazmar. Scobie makes the play. One down. So good start for Jake McCoy. Now having to deal with slugger Jarrett Jones, junior from Marietta, Georgia. Outstanding numbers, 338, 16 homers, 62 runs batted in. Multi-hit game last night. Takes a pitch outside. He was 2 for 5 with a run batted in. RBI single. It was his 21st multi-hit game of the season.
Yeah, he's about as good as you'll find in this league and in America. Big, strong guy. He's gonna have a long pro career.
And don't forget what he did defensively as well. That diving stop at first in the 9th inning saved the game momentarily for LSU.
I think with how good his offensive numbers are, he's almost underrated defensively at first base, but he's an excellent defensive first baseman over there. And as you mentioned, made a great play late in the game for the Tigers.
2-1 the count on Jones. Opponents hitting .267 this season against Jake McCoy. Had a no decision last Friday at Auburn. Went 4 innings. Gave up 7 runs on 7 hits, 6 of them earned. 4 walks and 7 Ks, 97 pitches in that outing. 94 past Jones. Now the count is run full. Jones on the Golden Spikes midseason watch list. Preseason All-SEC first team. It's a piece.
Dave, I don't know if you saw the pitch before, but I don't think there's many misreads. It said 98 on the pitch before, and that was 96. So McCoy's got a little extra juice tonight. We've seen him up to 96. That 2-2 pitch right there, 98 to Jared Jones.
That's something extra when you're facing #1 in the country.
Absolutely.
It's ball 4. You're right, Grayson. That one I looked up, it said 97,
yeah,
despite it being low.
You can definitely tell he's juiced up. You don't want to get too juiced up to where you're just throwing. You still want to execute your pitches. Good walk right there from Jones in a full count.
He's the one that his coaching staff told us even before the season has that electric arm and has the Friday night stuff.
Oh, absolutely. And we saw it at parts last year. Didn't get a ton of work last year. I believe through under 20 innings, but you can see it just the way the ball comes out of his hand.
On a strike to Daniel Dickinson, junior from Richland, Washington. He's a transfer from Utah Valley on a 5-game hitting streak, a 10-game reach base streak. After last night's performance, we showed you the 2-run homer in the open. 332 hitter, 9 homers and 43 runs batted in. The 1-1. Misses 2-1.
He was on the plate. It must have just missed a hair down right there to Dickinson.
The home run he hit, his 9th last night, was his first since April 4th against Oklahoma. He'd gone 20 games without one. Count evens at 2-2. He, like Jones, had a multi-hit game, was 2 for 5. It was his 17th multi-hit game of the season. Through the right side. A base hit for Dickinson. And it's first and second, one down for the Tigers. Defensive alignment tonight for South Carolina. Left to right in the outfield, Jackson, Hall, and Stone. Scobie's at third, Kazmar's at short, Carry-On's at second, Hollins is at first, and Brayland is behind the plate. First and second, one down for the DH, Ethan Fry. That one misses outside. Junior from Rose Pine, Louisiana. Those are his numbers. 357, 10 homers, 38 runs batted in. He had a multi-hit night last night as well. He's 2 for 5, his 12th multi-hit game of the season. McCoy falling behind Grayson 2-0.
Yeah, he had been doing a decent job getting ahead of the first couple batters, but fell behind a Dickinson. Ultimately walked Jared Jones and sees himself behind again here. Got to be careful. It's a good pitch right there, right on the outside.
Heat tonight from McCoy, that 196.
Yeah, weather warms up, arms feeling good. Got the #1 team in America here. He's definitely feeling a little extra juice.
It is a warm night in Columbia. Pitch is fouled off. Temperatures in the upper 80s. Feels hotter than that. Wind not really a factor. Flag still in center. Jones leads off second. Dickinson off first. 2-2 the count on Fry. Another full count.
Yeah, I like the idea there. He's seen a lot of fastballs. I think if you're able to execute that slider, may be able to freeze Fry, but just loses it up to the arm side. Interesting to see if they put the runners in motion here or hold steady.
The runners go. It's grounded to second. Oh, it hits the runner. So Dickinson is out.
Send Jones back to third or to second. Bat second. Had the runners in motion. Good backdoor all-speed pitch.
Coach Johnson out to have a chat with our third base umpire, Brian Hale. Brian Hale's at third tonight. CJ Burdett is at second. Scott Klein is at first, and Danny Cricks is behind the plate. Jay Johnson in his 4th season as a head coach for LSU, won that national championship 2023 when he was a D1 Baseball Coach of the Year. That was just his 2nd season as the head coach. He wins everywhere he's been. Winning percentage over 700 at LSU.
Yeah, there's not much of a debate that Coach Johnson, one of the absolute best coaches this game has.
But Hall tracks it down on the warning track. Scoreless half inning for LSU. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Anderson, second in the SEC and second in the nation in strikeouts behind Tennessee's Liam Doyle. I'll try to shut down this Gamecocks lineup tonight. Leading off will be the left fielder Blake Jackson batting second, center fielder Nathan Hall batting third, the shortstop Henry Kazmar. Cleaning up will be the DH Kennedy Jones batting 5th, the second baseman Jordan Carry-On batting 6th, the first baseman Bo Hollins batting 7th, the right fielder Evan Stone batting 8th, the third baseman KJ Scobie, and batting 9th, the catcher Gavin Brayland. Series history between South Carolina and LSU. LSU leads the all-time series. And here in Columbia, they last met a couple years ago in 2023. It was a 2-game series. South Carolina won that first game against Paul Skeens and company, and then LSU came back to win the second game. Another game was canceled by weather. They meet again 2 years later in Columbia. Of course, they've met in Hoover in between.
Right.
Blake Jackson was honored before the game on senior night. One of 10 seniors honored tonight for South Carolina. Gets the start in left field this evening. Senior from Texas, making his 21st start. He was 0 for 2 last night, but was hit by a pitch 3 times. Just continues to get on base. .451 on base percentage for Jackson.
Yeah, don't let the average fool you. 194, but if you're getting on base above 450 as the leadoff man, ultimately your job is getting on base.
And even more impressive, Grayson, 471 in SEC play.
Exactly, yeah. He's older, experienced guy. Been in these big moments before.
2-2 the count on Jackson. He's worked the count full. Tough left-on-left matchup with Cade Anderson. Called, strike 3. First strikeout for Anderson, 1 down.
Anderson's pitchability is just so advanced. Not only does he have the stuff, but he can really pitch with his stuff, and strikeout numbers are no fluke. they're that high for a reason. He really knows how to execute his location and combine it with the stuff.
They're consistently in the double digits. Here's Nathan Hall, the junior from Lexington. Ball 1 to Hall. 1 for 5 with the runs scored last night. The average at 327, 7 homers and 38 runs batted in. There's a strike, 94 from Anderson. Hernandez tried to bring it up. They don't get the call.
Yeah, just down. We saw a similar pitch in the top of the first from McCoy. Danny Crick staying consistent at the bottom of that zone so far.
Ground to the left side. Backhanded sliding stop by Milam. But Hall beats it out.
A lot of guys, that would be a heck of a play. 6'3" by Milam, but Nathan Hall, great athlete with a lot of speed, able to get there fairly easily. Milam's a wizard out there with the glove. Little bobble right there. I still don't think he would have got him.
Yeah, that split over there by Jones.
Yeah, he's showing off his defensive prowess as well.
It's a big guy getting down. Two left-handed bats in the lineup. All 3 if you count switch hitter Hollins, but he'll be batting right-handed against Anderson. 2 true left-handed bats. Jackson and Kazmar. Kazmar at the plate. In the hole, 0-2. Junior from Bath, Ohio, was 2 for 3 with a couple of walks, an RBI last night. Pair of triples. Hall does lead the team in stolen bases, 13 for 15. He takes his lead off first. 0-2 the count on Kazmar. One and 2. And the shift on for Kazmar. 3 Tigers on the right side of the infield. Braswell pretty far over as well at shortstop position, so whole left side, Grayson, wide open.
Yeah, earlier in the count, Could have thought bunt, but
this will stay up for Stanfield. 2 down. Bring up Kennedy Jones. Another senior honored before the game. 35th start of the season for Jones. 268 career hits. 32 of them this season for South Carolina, hitting .262, a couple of homers and 18 runs batted in. Jones is behind 0-2.
LSU is a team that employs this shift pretty heavily, very similar to what we saw with Casmar. Braswell's hugging the line over there. Dickinson moves all the way to the other side of second base bag now.
There goes Hall. Gets away from Hernandez. Hall steals second. And stop there. 14th stolen base of the season for Nathan Hall. He's now in scoring position. 2-out RBI opportunity for Kennedy Jones. Cade Anderson has 1 strikeout already. Looking for another here. Misses. Anderson thought he had it.
Yeah, he did. Kind of froze on his way to walk off the mound right there.
Righty dive.
We'll leave one. We'll head to the second, scoreless. And some of these guys in the lineup that he recruited.
Yeah, for about a decade and a half, he hated when LSU lost. Last night was probably the first time he's been pretty happy that LSU lost. Big win and his first chance against his former team. It was an exciting one, too.
And they made a lot about his emotions after the game, kind of looking stoic, but he said, just when I was a young coach, I was jumping with every pitch. He said, as the years have passed, I learned to control my outer emotions a little bit more. I was excited. I was happy for our players and our team. But I also know there are 2 more games this weekend, but just, hey, let's let the kids celebrate. They had a wonderful celebration out there. He said, I was just kind of soaking it all in, just trying to absorb it all. It's not really his nature to jump around anymore. He said it's all about the kids as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, well, they certainly enjoyed it. And as Coach Maneri said, you enjoy it for a little bit, then get locked back in, ready to try and win another one the next day.
Meanwhile, counts 2-2 on Josh Pearson, .310 hitter. That hits him. Leadoff man on here in the second for LSU. Two Tigers were hit last night. Pearson was one of them. Blake Jackson was hit 3 times for South Carolina last night. Here comes Coach Johnson. Make sure Pearson's all right.
Nice slow walk, give his guys some time to shake it off.
He's a really important guy for LSU, a 4-year player, over 200 games played.
Fastball, McCoy just misses in with it. And 95 off the forearm doesn't feel too good.
So Pearson's on first. He's 5 for 5 this season in stolen bases. LSU doesn't run a ton. They're 43 of 59. Similar numbers to South Carolina, actually, was 44 of 60. So 1 more stolen base in the season for South Carolina and 1 more attempt. Similar percentage. 2-0 the count on Stephen Milam. Sophomore from Las Cruces, New Mexico. One of 4 Tigers to start every game this season. Check swing foul.
This guy's kind of the heartbeat of this LSU team. Incredible defender. Having a really good offensive year. 10 home runs, slugging over 500. Adding some pop to the bottom third of this order.
Drove in a run last night on a sac fly. Fly ball right field. This is slicing foul. The count evens at 2-2 on Milam. McCoy looking for his first strikeout of the night. Had 7 last weekend at Auburn. That's a fair ball fielded by Scobie. Oh, no, they're going to call it foul. Our home plate umpire, Danny Cricks, making the call. Pearson leads off first, 2-2 the count on the number 7 hitter, Stephen Milam. Nobody out here in the second. I mentioned the sac fly last night. He was officially 0 for 2 with a walk. Check on Pearson. You talked about how good he is as a defender, Grayson. Just 3 errors, really low number for a middle infielder.
Yeah, and you mentioned hadn't missed a game all year. Playing at a premier defensive position. Can't ask for a whole lot more than that, plus the offense he's putting up.
McCoy threw 22 pitches in the first. It's up to 11 here in the second.
Milam doesn't strike out much. I think Pearson will probably be in motion here. No, he's going to stay put.
And it's ball 4. Second walk issued by McCoy. First and second, nobody out. And it brings up a familiar face to South Carolina fans. Michael Braswell. That's a reaction here at Founders Park.
Braswell leads this team in sack bunts. There it is.
Popped it up, and the athletic McCoy makes the diving catch. 1 down. That pleases the fans here at Founders.
It does. Braswell getting a heavy smattering of boos. Perfect situation for a bunt. Great play right there by McCoy, pouncing off the mound.
Gets a big out. Now deal with the number 9 hitter, Chris Stanfield. Stanfield, a junior from Tallahassee, Florida. Takes ball 1. He's an Auburn transfer.
Stanfield's really upped his game in SEC play. 330 average, leading average on this team in league play. Guy that knows the league well and has come over and done a really nice job.
319 overall average. Not bad for the 9 spot, huh?
Yeah, pretty consistent non-conference and conference, especially out of your 9 hole.
One and 1 the count. He was 1 for 4 with a run scored last night. He's also played in every game, has started all but 1. Pearson leads off second, Milam off first. High fly ball, right center field. This will be Hall. Pearson tags, dives into third, and it'll be runners at the corners with 2 down for LSU. So McCoy stranded 2 in the first. Can he strand 2 in the second? Leadoff man, Derek Curiel. He's 0 for 1. Popped up in his first at-bat. The SEC strand 2. We'll go to the bottom of the second, scoreless in Columbia. Grounds to second. Carry on. Makes the play. And LSU.
Fantastic 2025 season.
Throws ball 1 to Jordan Carrion. Senior from Miami, Florida. Takes a strike. Carrion was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored last night.
I think the most impressive thing about Anderson is his tempo is the exact same every time. A lot of times guys that throw hard, you can see when they're kind of gearing up for a fastball. His arm speed, his tempo is the exact same, and any of those 4 pitches could come, and they're all really good pitches.
Works pretty quick.
He
Carrion
does.
stepped out of the box, went back in.
He works extremely quick.
Another strikeout for Anderson. He's got 3. 1 down in the second.
He's able to get carry on right there with a fastball away.
Last week against Arkansas for Anderson, 5 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts, and no decision. But it was his 4th straight start with double-digit Ks, and his 8th start this season with double-digit strikeouts.
I feel like we've talked about it the last couple of weeks, Dave. I know one person you'd like to see hitting off of him, because you talk all the time about Ethan Petrie relishes hitting against these top-ranked pitchers.
Anytime a major league arm comes into this park, at least when I've been here for the games, he just lights up at the plate.
He does.
We saw him jump all over Liam Doyle, Witherspoon. Of course, LSU fans remember Skeens a couple of years ago.
That's right. Big loss for the Gamecock offense.
Tune to the count on Bo Hollins. I'm sure he would love to face Anderson tonight. Einstein, another one tomorrow. That's well hit. Oh, and a diving stop made by Braswell. He robs Bo Hollins.
Bo put a great swing on that slider right there. Quick reaction from Braswell at third. 2-2 slider. Takes a really quick read to be able to get to that ball even full extent. And a special shout out to Evan Stone, Matthew Becker, and Talmadge Lecroy, 3 guys that came in together and were here all 4 years, which is, I think, kind of a rarity nowadays in college athletics.
And unfortunately, that's the case. Jared Jones has been there 3 years for LSU, is at the plate. He leads LSU in home runs this season. There he is on the all-time leaderboard, Grayson.
Yeah, it's impressive power numbers. Had 28 last year. A little bit of a step back this year in terms of home runs, but still incredibly impressive power threat in the middle of this order.
Those 28 were the 4th highest single-season home run total in LSU history, and the most since Matt Clark in 2008.
He hit some long ones, too. Big, strong guy.
Jones.
Like that.
Lifts that out to right. Goodbye. First run of the game comes off the bat of Jared Jones, his 17th home run of the season, as he continues to climb up that LSU all-time list.
He was tied. Now he's going to move up into another tie with 59 career. Doesn't even get all of this ball, just shows how strong he is to all parts. Now tied for third in LSU history with Trey McClure. It's a fastball right here from McCoy. Middle away. He knows it right away.
A lot of muscle in that 6'4", 246 frame of Jared Jones. I want to know the count on Daniel Dickinson, who homered last night for LSU. Dickinson singled his first time up. Some rivaling chants here, Grayson, at Founders Park.
Yeah, it's a LSU fans feel they got a little momentum after the home run. They'll hit them with the Tiger chant. Now the Gamecock fans are getting involved.
It's a great final weekend of regular season SEC play, closing out with the #1 team in the country here at Founders Park. 4-pitch walk to Dickinson after the home run. Third walk issued by McCoy. Check that fourth.
McCoy was able to pitch out of a little trouble. Coach Rooney gonna walk out to the mound.
I was right, third walk.
That's right, yeah, Pearson got hit by a pitch.
Coach Rooney in his first season as the pitching coach for South Carolina. Last season was on the staff at LSU as the Associate Director of Program Development and Recruiting. Of course, he was a pitching coach and recruiting coordinator under Coach Maneri at LSU in earlier in the 2000s, 2007 and 8.
Those guys known each other and been in the same dugout for a lot of baseball games.
It's a 1 on, nobody out. Cleanup hitter Ethan Fry at the plate. There's a strike, 93 from McCoy. Fry singled his last time up. It's an interesting play as the base runner, Dickinson, was hit by the ball in play.
Fry will thank his teammate for giving him the hit. Probably would have been a 4-3 force out anyways.
Two and one now, the count on Ethan Fry. Team leader in batting average heading into this series. It's one of 3 Tigers with double-digit homers. Takes inside, 3-1. Fry goes the other way and deep. Stone looks up and it's gone. A 2-run homer for Ethan Fry. His 11th of the season, 2nd of the inning for LSU, and it's 3-0 Tigers.
Fry, a big, strong junior, 6'6", 225. Gets that barrel extended right here. Very similar to Jared Jones. Just hits a missile out to right field.
A couple of homers here in the third, still nobody out. Luis Hernandez hit a deep fly ball to center his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
Talked about it in the opener, Dave. McCoy's big problem is getting behind in counts. As you mentioned, he's walked some guys, has a hit by pitch, putting these Tigers in some hitting situations, hitting counts.
He was able to strand 2 in the first and 2 in the second. They made him pay here in the third. That's grounded foul by Hernandez.
Better job here getting ahead and see if he can put Hernandez away.
.260 hitter, 7 homers, 23 runs batted in on the season for Luis Hernandez. Grounds to second. This is easy for Carolinaa. 1 down. .57 pitches now for McCoy. Hasn't gone that deep the last couple of starts. Some of that not his fault. I mentioned the 4-inning start last weekend at Auburn. Had to exit the start prior after 3 innings due to weather against Florida.
If I remember correctly, throwing pretty well in that start.
They've just 1 run surrendered in those 3 innings to the Gators. And that was the game where I think when we resumed the next day,
yeah,
Florida exploded to the tune of 22 runs.
We were a little groggy that day, getting home about 2:30 in the morning the night before. Much better job here to Hernandez and Pearson getting ahead. Numbers go down drastically as a hitter when you're in 0-2, 1-2 counts versus 2-1, 3-1 counts.
Missing inside. 1-2 the count now on Josh Pearson. Pearson was hit by a pitch in the second. Count evens at 2-2. Pearson 0 for 2 with a walk last night. One of 2 left-handed bats in the lineup for LSU against McCoy. Of course, Milam's a switch hitter, batting right-handed. Count is full. Another opportunity for Carolinaa. Two down here in the third.
Nice job right there from McCoy, bouncing back after a couple of home runs. The 2 and 4 hitters get a couple grounds out, see if you can get your offense back in the dugout right here.
Milam walked in the second. 280 hitter, 10 homers, 43 runs batted in. Another one with a lot of power, batting in the 7th spot. He's third on the team in homers. He's tied for second before the 11th from Fry. And he's 1 behind Ethan Fry. 3 for 12 with a walk last weekend at Arkansas. Hit his 10th of the season last Sunday. What a get he's been. Coming over. Check that, he's first team freshman All-American last season. New Mexico native, pops it up, short right field. And Stone makes the play in that. Anderson, of course, a big reason why. Scobie attacks the first pitch, and it's over the head of Curiel. A leadoff double in the bottom of the third for KJ Scobie, who continues his hot hitting.
He does. We saw Evan Stone ambush a fastball to end the second, hit it well. Scobie does the same thing here. He's starting to find some loft in that swing. Continues to impress.
We've seen it before with some of these big arms, Grayson. They've gone against. Sometimes it's attack early in the count and ambush.
Yeah, you don't want to get to 2 strikes, I'll tell you that much. First pitch you see that you think you can do something with, attack it.
Here's another freshman, Gavin Brayland. Hampton, Georgia native. Was 0 for 2 last night. Overall hitting 198, no homers, and 8 runs batted in. RBI opportunity here with Scobie leading off second. 1-2 the count on Brayland.
Really good breaking ball right there from Anderson. More of a 12-6er. He'll mix that in. He'll also throw a harder slider.
Brayland got a piece of that. You mentioned the 14 strikeouts in the complete game shutout of Oklahoma on April 3rd. That performance earned Anderson SEC Co-Pitcher of the Week.
Co-pitcher?
Co-pitcher.
Who could that have been with?
It was the first complete game shutout by an LSU pitcher since 2018.
Complete game shutout with 14 Ks and you get co-pitcher. Somebody else must have done something very similar.
Well, I can tell you, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but Ianson had a similar performance. He earned SEC Co-Pitcher of the Week. Brayland drops that into center field. Scobie rounds third. The throw home from Stanfield is cut off. An RBI single for Gavin Brayland. Gamecocks are on the board. They trail 3-1.
Great job right there from Gavin Brayland. He's down in the count, 1-2. He's seen a couple of these breaking balls. He gets another one right there that stays up. A couple of true freshmen manufacturing a run here early in the third for the Gamecocks.
Freshman delivering for South Carolina. Leadoff double from Scobie, the RBI single from Brayland. Run on first, nobody out for Blake Jackson.
Jackson's been known to try and do a little base hit bunt. He can pull it with him. He can drop it down the third baseline.
To answer your question, Grayson, Anderson was Co-Pitcher of the Week with an expected name, Liam Doyle.
Yep.
Held A&M scoreless through 6.
And we saw him on that graphic. There was a good chance it was him, Witherspoon, some of these other top arms.
Ianson, as I was mentioning before the Brayland RBI single, he had a similar performance where he won a complete game, 14 strikeouts against A&M, and that performance earned him SEC co-pitcher of the week.
Must have to put up a heck of a performance to get solo award.
There's a lot of good arms in this league.
That's right.
It's the major leagues of college baseball. 2-1 the count on Blake Jackson. Three and one. Jackson struck out his first time up against Anderson. Braylon leads off first. And it's ball four. So Jackson continues to reach base at a high clip. First and second, excuse me, still nobody out. And we're gonna have a mound visit for LSU.
Yeah, 3 straight guys reaching, running, nobody out. Good time to go out and talk to your guy.
Nate Yeske, the pitching coach in his second season. He's the only active assistant coach in the NCAA that has been to the College World Series in Omaha with 3 different programs. Oregon State in 2013, 2017, and 2018. Arizona in 2021, and Texas A&M in 2022. 2-time National Pitching Coach of the Year while with Oregon State. No surprise, a very talented coaching staff over in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, a couple West Coast guys, and Jay Johnson and Nate Yeske coming down to Baton Rouge.
We talked about all the strikeout totals. They led the nation in strikeouts last season in his first year as the pitching coach. They may do it again this season. They're up at the top. First and second, nobody out for Nathan Hall. Hall singled his first time up and stole a base. Leads South Carolina with 18 multi-hit games. Looking for one here. Fouls it back. Instead, he's behind 0-2. Hall leads South Carolina in batting average, runs batted in, runs, hits, doubles, steals, you name it. Chop to the left side. Anderson off the mound. They'll get the force at third. Get the lead runner in Braylon.
Good job right there from Anderson, staying calm. Nice easy throw over there to Braswell.
So he gets his first out here in the third, trying to get out of a jam here. First and second, one down. Henry Kazmar at the plate. Kazmar flat center field his first time up. Shifting for Kazmar. Braswell's closer to the bag this time, and 3 Tigers on the right side. That left side really wide open for Kazmar, Grayson.
Easier said than done.
Yeah. Jackson leads off second, Hall off first. Kazmar multi-hit game last night, his second straight multi-hit game, and third in his last 4 games. He had 2 hits in the midweek against Winthrop.
2 guys with a lot of speed out there. Jackson looking to time Anderson up.
Kazmar, fly ball center field. Stanfield camps under it, makes the play. Jackson draws the throw. 2 down. So an opportunity for Kennedy Jones to do some damage with 2 outs. Has 18 runs batted in on the season.
That big one late last night. See if the senior can get another big hit on senior day.
We'll head to the 4th. It's 3-1 LSU. Batted in community service projects around the Midlands. It's been integral in the Purple Hearts home strikeout for veterans campaign. He donates his number 23 for every strikeout while bringing awareness to veteran housing needs. Thought it would be a good way to give back. Appropriate, Grayson, that he started out pitching on Sundays this season, which is salute to service for the Gamecocks, where they honor a member of the military each game and wear their camo-themed uniforms, letting the military know they're thinking of them.
Probably the most rewarding thing you can do, not only as an athlete, but as anybody. Give back to your community, and McCoy being honored for what he's done here in the Columbia community. He'd like to add a few more to that total here in the 4th. Donate some more money.
Just misses to Braswell, 2-2 the count. The Purple Heart Homes, charity that addresses unique housing challenges that veterans face, things like wheelchair ramps for disabled vets, tiny homes to tackle veteran homelessness. They do all sorts of work. McCoy strikes out Braswell. 1 down, first strikeout of the night for Jake McCoy.
Right on cue, there's $23 more. Elevates a fastball on Braswell. Staying soft early in that at bat, able to finish him hard right there.
And strikeout number 77 on the season for McCoy. A lot of money to a great cause. Speaking of community service team members, LSU's member is Chris Stanfield at the plate. He's been named one of the finalists for the Tony Gwynn Trophy, which honors NCAA baseball student athletes who exemplify the Gwynn legacy of philanthropy. Over his 3-year career, he's been a fixture in the communities of Auburn and LSU. He launched his Be the One campaign, where he donates 100 to the Miracle League in Baton Rouge for every game in which he produces an extra base hit or stolen base. He's really active with the Miracle League, which gives children with any type of disability or special needs the opportunity to play baseball as a part of a team. While he was at Auburn, he raised $10,000 for the Miracle League of East Alabama. He's donated his time to the organization since he was an 8th grader in Tallahassee, Florida.
That's fantastic.
He and McCoy, two of the good guys in the SEC, and they deserve the recognition being on that list. Stanfield works a walk. He's aboard with 1 down here in the 4th. These are premier athletes, Grayson. We talk about how the SEC is major leagues of college baseball, but you talk about things like that, the community service projects. It gives you more reasons to root for.
4-6-3 from Carolinaa to Kazmar over to Bo Hollins as we move to the bottom of the 4th. For unbelievable causes too. These guys are now making money in college athletics and putting it to good use here. About guys in all the other sports, football, basketball, women's basketball, doing the same thing. Makes our community a better place.
Curiel grounds to second. Carry-on flips to Kazmar for 1 on the first. It's a double play.
I think Coach Johnson was probably a little miffed with a couple of the mistakes his team made last night.
He said after the game, look, we didn't play great. You can't dwell on it. But the postseason approaching, you have to move on to the next game. He said we addressed a few of the mistakes we made in the game, and now we get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's here.
Yep. And South Carolina came back and ultimately won that game off one of the top relief pitchers in all of college baseball, and Zach Cowan. They absolutely earned that win.
Called strike 3. Fifth strikeout for Anderson. He gets carry on looking.
Yeah, full count right there. Fastball in the outside corner. Looked like he was maybe set up in, missed the spot a little bit, but still on the outer half of the plate, able to freeze carry on.
Bo Hollins was robbed of a hit by Michael Braswell his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Getting back to the win, Grayson. Coach Maneri talking about it. This one, Stanfield comes in and makes a sliding catch. Well, no luck for Bo Hollins tonight. He was robbed by Michael Braswell. He is robbed by Chris Stanfield.
I mean, that's just terrible luck for Bo Hollins. Didn't barrel this one quite as much as the one to Braswell. Still hits it on the barrel, though. Stanfield just able to rob another hit from the freshman.
That's pulled foul by Stone. LSU, a very good defensive team. We talked about the low error totals for their middle infielders. Just 36 errors in the season as opposed to 66 for their opponents. They're showing off defensively tonight.
Very strong up the middle. Evan Stone not waiting around here tonight. He swung and flew out to center his first at bat, and he swung his first 2 pitches here. He's trying to stay aggressive on Anderson.
Stone was 0 for 3 with a walk last night. Two and 2. Started all 3 games at Auburn. Nice series, 3 for 10 with a walk, a hit in each game. He homered in the series. Popped up sky high. Milam calls for it. Now it's Curiel. Comes in from left and retires Stone. It's a 1-2.
Yeah, you got that fastball, hit a no doubt opposite. He's one of the big, strong guys that hits no doubters the other way.
He's been on base twice, walked in the first, homered in the third. And on base percentage now up to .439 for Jones. This will be the 80th pitch for McCoy. Grounded to the left side and through. In between Kazmar and Scobie. Leadoff single for Jones, who's aboard for the 3rd time tonight.
A little offensive meeting right here.
Something to keep an eye on, Grayson. Kazmar ranging over to go after that ball, was kind of stretching out that leg.
He looks like he still is a little bit.
So hopefully he's all right at short. Had a brief hamstring issue earlier in the season.
Did have to leg out 2 triples last night.
He's been running the bases. Here's Dickinson. Pitch inside. Dickinson's been on base twice, single in the first, walked in the third, scored a run. The game slowed down here in the top of the 5th. Dickinson coming over from Utah Valley, one of the top transfers in the nation. Baseball America listed him as the #2 college transfer. He's the team leader in on-base percentage coming into this series. 6th in the SEC. More walks and strikeouts. It's always impressive for Dickinson. The guy who's a power hitter.
Yeah, staff describes him as just a complete player, a guy that can affect the game in a lot of ways with speed, power, on-base ability. He's played at a Gold Glove level at second base this year.
Had a nice series last weekend at Arkansas, 5 for 14. 3-hit game on Sunday. Gets ahead in the count, 3-1. This is the part of the order that did the damage in the third. Jones home run, the Dickinson walk, and then the Fry home run. It's the 3 runs for LSU. There's a strike. The count is full on Dickinson. Not much of a lead for Jones over at first. It's ball 4. That'll bring up Ethan Fry, who homered his last time up.
Look at that jump. It's incredible development. 228, no homers last year, 371 with 11 here in his junior season.
It's his 3rd season at LSU, but first as a starter. He only had 19 at-bats as a freshman in 2023, and 57 at-bats last season, 34 games, only made 9 starts.
Sometimes it clicks at different times for guys. Think of a guy like Nathan Hall, didn't get a ton of playing time at Clemson. His first couple of years comes over and is having a breakout year his junior year. Very similar for Ethan Fry of LSU.
And you saw in that graphic, no homers last year. He didn't hit his first college homer until this season, the first midweek of the year. It's February 18th against Southern. He has 11 now after the 2-run shot in the 3rd. That's well hit. Fry is on base again. He's 3 for 3. And the bases are loaded for LSU with nobody out.
2, 3, 4 in the order. Jones, Dickinson, and Fry have not gotten out tonight. All have reached base. 9 for 9. As Caleb Jones is getting loose in the South Carolina bullpen.
Big jam here in the 5th for Jake McCoy. Bases loaded, nobody out. Luis Hernandez at the plate. And there's a strike. Hernandez is 0 for 2. Flew out to center field in the 1st, grounded out his last time up in the 3rd. Senior from Puerto Rico. Was way outside. Hernandez, a transfer from Indiana State. Looking for his first hit of the series. He was 0 for 3 last night. He's got power, 7 homers in the season. 6 of the 7 are in SEC play. Served out to right. Stone makes the play. Jones tags, comes home. Dickinson dives into 3rd, a sac fly for Luis Hernandez. It's 4-1 LSU.
That's a great job right there from Luis Hernandez. Ball in on his hands. Very easy to get jammed or roll that ball over to 3rd. He knows his only job is to get that baseball in the air, and you got yourself an easy RBI, and executes perfectly.
Now it's runners at the corners and 1 down for Josh Pearson. Pearson officially 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the second, then grounded out in the third. Oh, and 1 the count.
Trying a little safety squeeze right there. Tough play to defend defensively.
Pearson shows bunt again, pulls it back. He's got 2 sacrifices on the season. 23 as a team for LSU. A career .266 hitter, hitting .302 this season, is Josh Pearson. Lays 1 down. The only play at first. Dickinson scores, give Pearson an RBI. Tack on another run for LSU. 5-1 lead for the Tigers.
I mean, when it's executed well, you literally can't defend it unless you don't hold the runner at first and bring Hollins in immediately. Really good job by Pearson, just deadening that ball towards first base. Gets another run for the Tigers.
Ball 1 is Stephen Milam. Milam walked in the second, flew out to right field in the third. Mentioned in his last at bat, he was first team freshman All-American last season. Hit .326, 8 homers, and 40 runs batted in. Starter all season, though at second base. And 1 start at shortstop last year. Two and 1 the count. 98 pitches now for McCoy.
That's a good 2-0 pitch right there. Milam's selling out for the fastball 2-0. McCoy gets him way out front on a slider.
Scobie charges, fires. The off-balance throw is on target. He throws out Milam. LSU gets 2 more. We're halfway through. LSU leads 5-1.
Meeting will take place in what happens in the SEC tournament, kind of who's playing their best baseball at this time of the year.
It's a team you always expect to be there. National champs just a couple seasons ago, 2023. 8-9-1 due up here for the Gamecocks. And KJ Scobie. Scobie doubled and scored a run in the third. He's now 9 for 14 his last 4 games. Hot hitter. He's homered in the last 2 games. Of course, the 9th inning last night to tie the game. He's 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. Had a sac fly in the second. Grounds to short. Milam. 1 away. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Gavin Brayland. Brayland did the damage for South Carolina, the RBI single in the third to bring in Scobie. That's the only blemish tonight, Grayson, for Cade Anderson. The only inning he was in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, South Carolina able to get a first 2 runners on in the third as Brayland taps this one back to Anderson. Since that walk to Jackson, now retired 8 in a row. His offense giving him a little extra cushion that last half inning.
He's looking for back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. Had one in the fourth. Had one in the second as well. Here's Jackson. Pitch is high. Jackson struck out in the first, walked in the third. Getting the start against the left-handed pitcher. Coach Maneri said he's like a magnet to pitches that hit him. Draws walks, he gets on base. On base percentage right now at .452 for Blake Jackson. Count evens at 2-2.
Righty dot.
Six strikeouts for Anderson as he gets Jackson swinging in another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, Anderson getting with groove now, retired 9 in a row, able to elevate a fastball on Blake Jackson. LSU going to look to add to the run total here as it moves to the top of the sixth.
I am Polestar 3. I am pure electric performance. From the straightaways to the hairpin turns, I am designed to be driven. The drive of tomorrow. I am Polestar 3. Make the switch to Polestar. Offer ends June 2nd.
What's this?
What are you doing?
Stitch is back, all right. Control him.
Huh?
He's so cute and fluffy.
He's not a pet. He's dangerous. Dangerous and cute. What the hell?
Lilo and Stitch, rated PG, May 23rd. Get tickets now.
Bleu de Chanel.
LSU always travels well, represented here tonight at Founders Park. Their team leads 5-1 as we get ready for the top of the sixth, and a new pitcher on the mound for South Carolina. Grayson, they bring in the right-hander, Caleb Jones.
Yeah, Jones has carved out a nice role in this bullpen. He'll be 89-92 with the fastball. Can get it up there, touching 93-94. Throw a slider and mix in a changeup as well.
Had one appearance at Auburn last Friday. Seven scoreless appearances this season for Caleb Jones. Look for an eighth tonight. 8-9-1 for the Tigers. Michael Braswell, former Gamecock at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Now behind 0-2. Braswell had a great night last night in his return here. 3 for 3 with a walk and RBI single in the sixth. It was his third multi-hit game of the season. He's had a tough year. Average not as high as it was last season for LSU. Stays alive.
And Braylon just unable to hold on to that foul tip. Really good execution from Jones. Starting that slider. just above the knees and breaking it down out of the zone.
Net 3 for 3 night. Grayson last night snapped an 0 for 15 slump in his previous 5 games.
He's taken a bit of a step back this year from where he was last year. It was one of the, especially towards the end of the year in the SEC tournament, was swinging the bat really well for LSU.
Grounds to short. Kazmar throws out Braswell. He's 0 for 3, 1 down. And talk about that tournament, the SEC tournament, did some damage against South Carolina in those 2 games. 4 for 8 with a homer and 4 walks against the Gamecocks. Just excited to see them in Hoover. You know he's excited about last night's game. Almost the forgotten storyline with all the attention to Coach Maneri.
That's right.
Stanfield 0 for 1 with a walk, flew out to center field in the 2nd, walked in the 4th. And they had Auburn on the schedule, so he had a similar situation having to face his former team.
Yep, that happens a lot more these days than it used to.
Three and 1 the count. And it's ball 4, 1 out walk for Stanfield. So he's walked for the 2nd time tonight. Four for 5 on the season in stolen base chances. Leadoff man coming up in Curiel. He's 0 for 3 so far. Popped up in the 1st, grounded out in the 2nd. 4-6-3 double play in the 4th. Takes a strike. Having a tremendous freshman season. Coming into this weekend, top 10 in the SEC in batting average, on base percentage, doubles, and walks. Check on Stanfield. Seen this offense score in multiple ways tonight, Grayson, via the long ball. Played some small ball in the 5th.
Yeah, both the innings, they've scored all their runs. As you mentioned, the 3rd. Home run, walk, home run in the 5th. No extra base hits. A couple of hits, a walk, sac fly, a safety squeeze. Able to get runs across the plate many different ways.
There goes the runner. Pitch is fouled off and out of the reach of Brayland. Curiel now in the hole 0-2. Stanfield heads back to 1st. Curiel began the season with a 43-game reach base streak. That was snapped April 23rd against Tennessee. 5th longest streak in LSU history.
How about doing that in your first 43 games in the uniform, too?
Not bad.
In any college uniform.
To say it's 5th longest in their history, think of all the greats they've had.
Oh, man.
The record is held by Dylan Cruz, who, of course, is now with the Washington Nationals. One and 2 the count on Curiel. Stanfield takes his lead off first. Caleb Jones, another one of the Gamecocks that was honored before the game tonight on senior night. They're just in his first season with South Carolina. Came over from Winthrop. Called strike 3. First strikeout for Jones.
Yeah, pitch prior, Jones tried to throw a breaking ball in there, able to spot a fastball in on Curiel. He did not think it was a strike.
Yeah, you read his lips, he said, it's down.
Yeah.
One up by Danny Cricks. 2 down here in the 6th. Big cut from Jared Jones. They've yet to retire Jones tonight. Walked in the 1st, homered in the 3rd, singled and scored a run in the 5th. Jones gets ahead 0-2. Caleb Jones, I should say. Battle of the Joneses.
No reason to throw anything else right here. Don't try and make it any nastier. Throw that breaking ball in that exact same line after those 2 swings.
The runner goes. Stolen base for Stanfield. Now 5 for 6 on the season. He's in scoring position for Jared Jones. 2-out RBI opportunity. He has 63 runs batted in on the season, leading the team in that category. Top 5 in the SEC. Good block from Brayland.
Really nice block right there. He's shown on a couple occasions this year from behind the plate. Really good athlete back there as he continues to grow.
Stanfield takes his lead off second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Just misses off the outside corner, and the count is full. Jared Jones, D1 Baseball ranked him as the #1 first baseman in the nation. For a 2-out RBI here. We'll do it again. Have you noticed any way to pitch to this guy, Grayson?
Those first 2 pitches, but he's taken a couple of sliders and a fastball off the plate since then. Now he's back into a 3-2 count. Usually bigger guys, you want to get in on their hands. That home run he hit earlier was out over the plate.
He did not go. So Scott Klein over at first. So it's a 2-out walk for Jones. First and second for LSU. We'll take another look.
Let's see here. Yeah.
Jones reaches for the 4th time. Dickinson has reached 3 times, and he takes a strike. He singled in the 1st, walked and scored a run in the 3rd and the 5th. 2 on, 2 down. One and one the count on Dickinson.
See Brayland right there telling Caleb Jones, make sure you come set. Don't roll through that set. Getting close to a balk.
Popped him up. Short right field. Stone comes in and takes care of Dickinson.